back more into S.H.I.E.L.D. This is episode 12 of season 7, and yeah, the penultimate episode of the show. It's first half of the series finale, which is obviously airing back to back right now. Well, I'd say right now, not literally right now, but very soon, 20 or so minutes away as I'm recording this. I'm channeling Dig Squad once again. Until we get into the reaction, because I will need to put my glasses on because I cannot see a bloody thing. I'm hoping I'm staring properly at the camera. Hello. But yeah, this is very bizarre. Going into this knowing that this is it. This is the last ever episodes, and in about 2 hours the show's done forever. I'm losing all these characters I love. I'm losing Fitzsimmons. I'm losing Fitz, who's my favourite character of all time. I don't really know how I'm going to deal with that. I don't think it's going to be good. I don't think I'm going to deal with it very well. There will probably be tears. But at the same time, it's just been such an amazing journey, and I can't wait to see how they're going to wrap up this season and the show. I'm feeling a lot better about this than I was about like the season 5 finale, when they kind of wrote that expecting it to be potentially an ending, and then they kill Fitz, just leave him stranded in space, and Simmons could go and find him, yeah, but we didn't actually see it, and it was like, well, why not just leave him alive then? So I'm glad that wasn't actually the ending to the show, because I don't think I would have been satisfied with the season 5 finale, but I feel like everything is in place for something quite spectacular here. It's going to be emotional, it's going to be really epic, I think. I want Nathaniel's neck to be snapped. I need Gemma to remember Fitz, and I need more Fitz, because he came back last week, which was amazing, because I've missed Ian and I've missed Fitz so much. So I'm hoping they get a happy ending. I need a Fitzsimmons happy ending amongst anything else. Please, dear God. They've earned it. And I just want to see where everyone else ended up, because I'm not exactly sure where they're going with certain stories, like May being an empath and stuff like that, where are they going with that? So very excited to see exactly what that's going to entail. It's very bittersweet, obviously, because it's exciting to get new episodes and the end of a season, but this is it. And this has been a big part of my channel for 3 years now. So I started doing with like reactions with season 5. It's been a big part of my life for 7 years, because I've been watching since the show kind of started. And yeah, I would say it's my favourite show of all time. So to be losing it, it's going to be tough. I don't think I'm ready for losing it, but all good things come to an end, and I hope they go out on a high. One of the things to note, I think it's going to be quite all over the place in terms of like when I'm filming this, because I'm watching the episodes live, so obviously they're airing back to back. So there's going to be like a minute or so in between episode 12 and 13. Normally I would do like a 10-15 minute kind of talking after the episode, after my reaction. I like talking about things I like, dislike, and like analysing that kind of thing. If you've seen my reactions, I do that. Don't have time to do it just yet, because I'll be watching the next episode right away. So when you're watching this and you see my afterthoughts for episode 12, I would have filmed that after having already seen episode 13. So do bear that in mind, depending on what I do and don't say. And another thing, elephant in the room in a way, if you follow me on Twitter, some like promo kind of pics or pictures that they were supposed to, or I imagine they were going to release after the episode aired. We got like 42, 43 of them, and were accidentally released early, and they got shared around, stuff like that. So I did just happen to see them on my Twitter. Pretty big spoilers in there for this finale, pretty major twists and stuff. So it's kind of a shame, because I feel like that's going to take away from a lot of my reaction, given the content of it. But I'm going to refrain from probably talking about it until like the very last episode, because I think some of the things that got spoiled in those pictures is from the very last episode. And in case you're like watching this reaction to episode 12 before you watched episode 13, I don't want to go too much in depth, but I think I've had some pretty major things spoiled for me, which is kind of sad. but it's an accident. You know, they didn't intend for it to happen. People are obviously going to get excited and share it around because it came from an official source. So, you know, they thought it was kind of an official thing, but it seems that the pictures were released a bit early. So I do know some pretty key things about this finale, but I'm sure there's lots more surprises. And I don't want to get mad and feel too bad about it and disappointed because, you know, I don't want to end things on a sour note and be like, oh, I got spoiled in the last ever episode, so that kind of sucks. Because let's just celebrate what an amazing, amazing show that we have here. And I hope they can wrap it up in an incredible way. Obviously, with this episode 12, it's going to be more build up and action, I assume, and then a lot of the resolution will be coming in episode 13. So I don't exactly know what I'm going to be focusing on in this episode, but who the hell knows? It's going to be awesome though, I think, and very, very emotional. So we'll see what they have in store for us for the last ever episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 7 years, amazing. I honestly thought season 4 would be it and they get cancelled after that. So the fact that we had another 3 seasons after that was wonderful. And it gave me a chance to react to it, interact with all you guys, meet some incredible friends online now. And yeah, that love is certainly going to be carrying on long after the show is done. And the actors and stuff like that are always going to support what they do. So yeah, I'm feeling very sad, but I'm also very excited to see what they kind of have in store to rip our hearts out of our chest, I imagine. There's going to be more Fitzsimmons angst, because of course there is. And yeah, we'll see what on earth they're going to do and how they're going to bring such a brilliant show to hopefully really cool, satisfying conclusion. So we'll see. I am feeling very sad. I've got some whiskey ready to do a Spies Goodbye when all is said and done. If you want to join me for that, feel free. You don't need to have it be alcohol, but it's certainly going to be alcohol for me because I'm going to need it to cope with losing Fitzsimmons, that's for sure. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, just a big thank you in advance, I guess, to everyone who's been watching my reactions since season 5, or if you just joined this season, if you joined in season 6, however long it's been, if this is your first reaction of mine that you've seen, hello. And yeah, it means the world that I've been able to share my love of the show with you guys, and had such a wonderful experience doing it. So it's going to be sad, but I think this finale is going to be something quite special, and I can't wait for it to start. So let's get into it.
Ham-fisted. We have a more precise method of retrieving information.
Excuse me.
None of it matters if Leopold Fitz is alive. As long as he
And he will stay that way.
Our future. You can feel all those lives lost.
Oh, that's awful.
Why weren't we attacked?
Why don't you two implement lockdown protocols while I figure this out?
Timely. Very 2020.
You don't see the evil in others. You'd only heard some of the things she said.
Oh, you piece of shit. That bodes well.
Maybe this will help, okay? I'm the man you love. It's okay. I got you. Just rest.
Oh, a good grandson.
How did you get up here?
I don't care. She's not going to stop me from getting back Simmons.
And Deke.
Sure.
So, how are we gonna do this?
Poor Deke.
So they don't know we're here.
Daisy.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Didn't know I was gonna do that.
I'm glad you did.
Hey! It's called that he initiated
Back.
the second first kiss.
Impressive.
I'll say it if no one else will. That's a chronobomb. Enough of those strategic
Chronobomb.
base.
Oh my god.
Be able to flatten the entire lighthouse.
Any progress on the
Sounds like a chewing gum or something.
Did you really think you could sneak onto one of my ships?
Oh, shut up.
My team can finish them in no time.
You know nothing of time.
Jon Snow.
Let's blow those hangar doors to pieces.
Well, if it works, it works. Pew.
But you know who's more powerful than her?
Us.
why we're destroying them.
I'm still getting used to the idea of you as a techie.
I'm still getting used to the idea of me as just tech.
Oh.
You really believe that? I'm wondering if we change the timelines or if they change us.
The Melinda May I know would
Whoa.
never ask these philosophical questions.
Hmm.
But I like this you. And if I'm completely honest, I like this me as well.
Hey. Oh.
I thought it'd be way cooler to have them teleported onto you.
Well, that would be a neat trick. Totally on board with that. I just need a little more time, 10 minutes tops. Otherwise, if this baby blows, I'm gonna blow.
Then I'm gonna take this opportunity, in case I don't see you again, to thank you for your service.
Oh boy.
Son of a bitch.
Well, yeah, we've all been saying that for a while. Fuck.
We need to stop the bleeding.
Oh.
Do we?
We are here to take your faces.
Lord knows you could do a lot better than the ones you're wearing now.
Pretty sure they don't understand sarcasm.
I do though.
Understand this.
Yeah, this was in the trailer way back when. Whee!
That's not creepy.
Hmm.
Looks like I'm wearing a white hat from now on.
Damn. Oh, look at them. They're so precious. Urgh.
Hi.
Daisy.
Oh, finally.
Aw.
Okay, we have to go. Gemma. What's going on?
You haven't forgotten her too.
Or something.
Why are you wearing that costume? It's
It's badass.
not a costume. It's protection. Can I have one?
If you want one, I mean.
Yes.
I'm sure Fitz would like to see that.
We will have his location.
And the rest of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Their ship is trapped. They lack the firepower to defend themselves, let alone escape. We will do with them as you wish.
She's making him think he's in charge by letting him give a few orders here and there.
Chronocoms tried to turn Helios into a nuclear bomb using just one of their robots.
Hmm.
What kind of damage could we do with these 6?
Sousa, you are brilliant.
I remember being married. Is that a secret? Who did I marry? I can smell his hair, but I can't see his face.
Let's talk about this later.
But isn't this later? It's about
She
being
can
married.
smell
Join
his
together,
hair.
join.
Hmm.
Cora. She's going to ruin it.
That was dramatic.
Hello, sister.
Yeah, we know she's your sister.
I was trying to protect you.
I don't need protection.
Well, I've got powers. Oh.
She was afraid of me.
She was afraid for you.
Twisting words again.
Who could actually be doing that, I wonder?
We've won. Daniel and I are gonna rule over everyone.
Is that what you want? Or is that what he wants? We can still change this timeline.
It's an 084. Well, technically, it's the location of an 084.
Oh,
The
throwback.
message came from S.H.I.E.L.D., not the Chronocoms.
Just slip these bracelets off me, and I'll be your teleporting taxi.
No way. Hell no.
I'll go for Daisy.
Stand down, Agent Sousa.
And do what?
Find me some duct tape.
You are responsible for this.
Duct tape.
Simmons was about to
I've seen
test the
Skyscraper.
location of
I know what's going to go
Fitz.
down.
I don't think Daisy's bad. She said things and they make sense.
They do?
I couldn't.
Oh,
Kimball?
bloody hell.
Promotion?
Oh my god. Just duct tape them together. Wow. All these gadgets they come up with. What's their best plan ever? Duct tape.
Freeze! Hands in the air, or we'll...
Oh. Oh fuck.
They are scared. I can feel it. I'm confused.
Same.
Major Brandon Gamble. I was stationed at the hub.
Hell of a gamble you made
Why
then.
the hell didn't you just use the door?
Does that mean I just killed one of her own? Oh, God.
I know what you're feeling.
Is that Victoria
This
Hand?
man, John Garrett.
Yeah.
He'll be back.
That makes one of us.
Oh. Sorry. Not sure what happened.
No, it's good. I just knew.
Aww. Ooh.
Who sent that message?
It's an 084 in and of itself.
We can't stay here too long. The Chronicoms are coming and they seem to be...
I know someone who's been sending messages all season that we've been trying to decipher.
I was hoping the 084s might be just that.
What are you doing?
She said she felt like she knew what to do.
Matrimony.
It's Fitz, isn't it?
I just know they need to be married. 2 becomes 1, and 3 becomes 1.
Me during seasons 1 to 5.
Where did you get this?
I don't remember exactly. Maybe from my friend Enoch or one of the K-News.
Oh, this music, man. Don't explode.
I don't know if it's supposed to explode or save us, but I have to admit,
I am married. I have proof.
The ring activates it. Did Fitz program it so the ring would...
I couldn't remember who I married.
That was always like the thing that was missing in his life, was being married to her. Now it completes this thing. Oh, it doesn't know you. Oh, here comes the pain.
Remember me, does she?
we'll return in a moment.
I'll say.
There's a 100% chance that this is the last time the SHIELD team will ever be together. The end is at hand.
No. Okay. Hello, Future Liam here. I've watched 12 and 13 now, so... we are heading back, talking about episode 12, all my afterthoughts. It might be a bit kind of confuddled because I have so much of episode 13 ingrained in my brain. I can't remember like all the little details. But that's kind of what comes with watching them back to back in the way I have. But overall, I think it was a solid episode. There was definitely like a lot of setup for obviously paying a lot of things off in the final episode. I feel like there's so much to talk about though. We'll get the whole Malik, Sybil, Cora nonsense out of the way, I guess. It's no surprise. I, like many people at this point, were just done. Done with Malik, done with Cora, done with Sybil, and I guess it is interesting to see the mind games going on there, and the fact that Malik was kind of projecting his motivations onto Cora and she was believing them, but Sybil, in turn, I think was kind of putting his strings a bit, and making him think he had a lot more authority than he actually had to kind of keep him at bay, while she was really the brains of the operation. And you know, I wouldn't say, looking back or anything, that they're my absolute favourite villains or anything. But regardless, alongside that, I loved Garrett in this episode. James Paxton did such an incredible job. And I was actually sad to see him die, which I never thought I'd say about John Garrett, so that's kind of crazy. That just, the energy James kind of brought to that, and really honoured his father's legacy in that sense, and there's so much charisma to Garrett. It's just really fun to see like a younger version of him, and yeah, it was, I guess it worked out well that of all the people who got shot when they teleported into that room with agents, it was Garrett, I suppose. Ironic, killed by SHIELD in that sense, but yeah, that was kind of fun. And I did really enjoy having like a young Garrett show up this season, and there's a lot of fun kind of energy and dynamics he brought to things. So I liked what his kind of input was, and I actually was kind of sad to see him die. So kudos to the actor. I think you obviously done your dad very, very proud there. Whereas, you know, Malik's just so annoying. I mean, it's nothing against the actor by any means. I think he's great. It's just the character in himself. It's just, I don't really want power, but also I want power. I'm like, your paper thin motivation that we've seen before, just like, go away. But I suppose it is better having them try to develop him a bit than episode 6, when I thought he was just like, he killed himself by getting crushed by his new powers. I thought he was just dead then, but obviously he came back, so that's fair. But yeah, he just continued to kind of be a bit, almost a pawn in the game, well, Sybil's game, but he thought he had a much higher rank than that. So in that sense, I thought it was kind of an interesting dynamic. But I think I was just so done with this point with the character. I just wanted Daisy to snap his neck. I was like, bye. And I wasn't as invested into that, which I think is not ideal with like basically the main villain of the season. I mean, it really did shift away from the Chronocoms, I think, season 7, like quite dramatically, and I think I would have been happier if the Chronocoms had just stayed the main villain for the entire season, or if they did like something different with them every few episodes, like Totally Excellent Adventures, when they kind of had them really stripped down and stuff, like that more like 80s robot looking things, instead of just bringing Malik back for every single tag scene ever. And my goodness, thank goodness they had to stop giving him tag scenes by killing him. So yeah, I feel like when the show's wrapping up though, it's more about like the main characters that we've kind of really gotten to know and love over the years, and they're definitely focusing more on that. You know, the Mac and Sousa dynamic was really fun. I really enjoyed them kind of exploring that. They had a very nice bond, and obviously Sousa kind of initiating a first kiss with Daisy. I wonder if like she ever would tell him that wasn't their first kiss, or if she just kind of let that happen. I don't know, but I liked how he was the one to initiate it this time as opposed to her before, so sparks are flying with them, and they've definitely won me round, that couple. I'm still not like, oh, you're my favourite couple ever, and I know it's a very unpopular opinion, it would seem. I'd have been happy with Deke and Daisy. I'm just putting it out there, please don't hate me. I think they could have been quite sweet, but you know, they needed to spend a lot more time in season 6 building that up if they were going to do it, so they didn't. I was like, okay, fine. And yeah, well, I was initially like, whoa, when the Sousa and Daisy stuff started happening. Like episode 6 really kicked that off, I think, but episode 9 was when it took the big leap. I still think that was a bit too soon for like a first kiss, but they've really kind of won me round in the episodes since then. I think the chemistry's definitely there. I love their kind of discussions and stuff in last week's episode, and then in this one, you know, it's just so nice and refreshing to see Daisy so happy. I think that's why I just love it so much. And Sousa's just so great, so intuitive, trying his best to help in every situation. He's like, okay, you know, what are my strengths in this particular situation? I'll try and help. And that's one thing I really, really love about him. He's such... well, I think Eric from Blind Wave said it best whenever he talks about Sousa. It's just, Sousa's like the best spy, and he really is. He's awesome. And him and Mac, like, trying to use the Chronocoms as weapons against themselves and make weapons out of that. Duct tape, the power of duct tape, that was incredible. Loved everything with that. So I thought that was quite fun. So yeah, fully on board with Daisy and Sousa. They are quite adorable, and I love the Sousa and Mac kind of stuff as well, that bond there with all of them. Then we had Gemma and Deke alongside that, and oh my goodness, Deke is just so protective of his Nana and comforting her and stuff like that. And you know what, the angst wasn't as bad as I feared it was going to be with her like forgetting fits and stuff, because it's almost easier for me to stomach after so much Fitzsimmons pain that she'd forgotten kind of loads of different things. It wasn't just like specifically Fitz, because I don't think obviously that would have worked, because she knows that Deke's her grandson, surely. So the fact that she was like mismatching everything was actually, I think, really worked. And it helps kind of delay some big reveals, and I think that is the big thing, like I mentioned earlier, with the promo pics that I saw that got accidentally released early, and having seen episode 13 now, they were really building up to this big reveal at the end that the promo pics did spoil, so I am kind of sad about it. I'm not kind of sad, I'm really sad about it, but what can you do? It's one of those things. So they were like building and building up to all this stuff, and like, oh, you know, singing songs and these star constellations. Oh, this is home. Oh, my husband. And because of those pictures, I already knew where they were going with it. So that's kind of a shame, but I still got invested in it because I was excited to see Fitz show up again, and I loved the ending. That reveal was so clever, with them assembling all these different like 084s and all the agents coming together, and it's like Fitz and Simmons had this long running plan with Enoch, and it was great to see that all kind of come together, and Gemma kind of knowing that she needed to assemble this machine, but couldn't remember how she knew how to do that, and then Fitz just appears, has like the helmet on that I think is the same helmet that we saw Deke have in his first appearance in season 5, which I think is a lovely touch. And yeah, that was so cool to see him at the end, and he's like, she doesn't remember me, damn. And it was easier to stomach again because he seemed to know that that could be a problem, and he was like, okay, we can fix it. So he wasn't like completely heartbroken and torn over. It was like, oh, I don't know what to do. There was a solution for it because they planned so well, and they needed to kind of get that across because the Chronocoms were so scared of Fitz, so he needed to kind of know every single situation. And I love that Fitzsimmons planned this all out and just really stuck it to the Chronocoms. They were shit in the end, really, which we love. And they were just so clever and slimy, and oh, it was such a cool punch to the air moment when Fitz showed up at the end. Awesome reveal. Again, spoiled by the promo pics for me because they did show that arrival, but I was kind of guessing that's where they were going with it. But I did like all the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents there. There was one that looked like Victoria Hand. Was that just a coincidence, or was that supposed to be a young Victoria Hand? I don't quite know what year that was supposed to be set in, so I feel like it could add up with the timeline. I also don't really know. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. But we also had some nice stuff with Coulson and May alongside this. May talking about, you know, how she's different now and she's not the person she used to be. Coulson's like, oh, I'm just tech, but deep down he didn't really believe that, and there seemed to be them kind of building bridges a bit there potentially for like the Philinda fans, of which I am one of them. I do really like that pairing, and it's kind of a shame it took so long to happen, I guess, and then he died. So yeah, that kind of left him in a sticky situation, but I did like the Coulson and May stuff as well, and how that all kind of played out with them. So really lovely character moments, and again, I don't think I can talk about every single little thing that I wanted to, maybe, but I'm going to do so many S.H.I.E.L.D. videos still, you know, it's far from going to be the ending, so maybe we can talk about that. I might even do like a live stream, like a summary live stream, about season 7, because Liam Catson and I did one after season 6, maybe we could do one for season 7 or something. So yeah, I think I need to like rewatch the episode on its own and remember exactly what happened in all of it. But those are like the key things I got across, because obviously I always make notes, so those are like the main things I wanted to talk about. And also Deke's impression of Fitz. Yes, that was hilarious. I loved it. It's always good when they give Jeff Ward comedy because he just absolutely nails it. And the accent and everything, like the pregnancy pose he does like that. The good old pregnancy stance, I think people call it, for Fitz. That was really nice trying to get her to remember. And yeah, just an awesome, badass ending with Fitz showing up, and that big reveal led straight into the final episode, which I will be talking about obviously in the next video. Very bizarre to kind of film my reactions to both the episodes, then do my afterthoughts. I already had an intro film, and very bizarre. But hopefully you guys follow along, you know. Considering how crazy the timeline on this stuff is in this season and in these last 2 episodes, it is kind of fitting that my reactions are kind of filmed all in different orders and stuff as well. But yeah, overall, it was a solid episode. I feel like it was a lot of build-up. and I thought, you know, it was kind of just fine, but it needed to kind of set up a big epic showdown and epic finale and stuff like that, which I think it definitely succeeded in doing. And yeah, just overall a very solid penultimate episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I did really enjoy it, some great character moments in there particularly. That's definitely what I would take away from it. And I would say, well, I can't wait to see where we're going to go with this in the final episode, but it's also going to be very bittersweet because I've seen it and I know what happens. So yeah, I will be talking about all of that a bit more in detail in the next video, which I will try and get up as soon as possible for you guys. Tomorrow's going to be a very busy day for me, trying to get both of these episodes edited and uploaded, and the full reactions uploaded on Patreon, and I have to do the 100 as well at some point. It's going to be a packed day, but I'm going to try and get these out as quick as I can for you guys, because obviously it's the end of the show, and I want to kind of share this. So yeah, overall, very solid episode. Not like one of my favourites of the season by any means or anything. It was definitely a lot of setup, but there's some great character stuff in there as well. Particularly the Mac and Sousa dynamic as well, the Daisy and Sousa stuff. Coulson and May, the ending with Fitz was everything, and Deacon Gemma as well. Really nice pairings kind of explored in this episode as always. And again, I think Yo-Yo was kind of left in the sidelines a bit, but she did have some cool lines and badass moments that they always make sure she has in every episode, so that was really good. And yeah, that's going to be it for episode 12, and I will see you for the final ever reaction to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., at least to a new episode, which is scary and very sad, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I don't want to give too much away about what I thought on it. I have many thoughts, that's for sure, so hopefully the next video will be up very soon for you guys to watch, and until next reaction, thanks for watching.